It's been a while. About 2 months, actually. But now we're back. What's up, everyone? Yes, I am back. I went home for a few weeks, did some work, did some music videos. Because I love you guys so much, I'm going to show you a sneak peek of what I was working on. Pretty awesome, right? Only you guys get that. Only you. So we're going to talk about suspense and what creates suspense in movies. We all know what suspense is. It's what's keeping you on the edge of your seat when you're watching a movie. When you're so invested in what's going on, you're so anxious about what's going to happen next. That is suspense. And suspense happens in all movies, whether it's drama, horror, sci-fi, thriller, all of them. So what keeps an audience in suspense is how much information they actually know. Alfred Hitchcock explains it best. He has an example where two men are sitting at a table and then a bomb goes off. Now, there's no suspense for that. It just happens. But now, before those men sit down, you show the audience that there is a bomb under the table and that it's going to go off in 3 minutes. And then the men sit down at the table and have a conversation. And now the audience is in suspense because they know the bomb is going to go off in 3 minutes, and they can't do anything to obviously help these characters. They just have to sit and watch it play out. And this is where the audience usually starts to use their own imagination of what could happen. They're sitting on the edge of their seat. They're like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Is someone gonna come save them? Is the bomb gonna go off? What's gonna happen? And that's when you've captivated an audience in suspense. Now let's look at a scene from my short, Who Goes There? Now this is kind of suspenseful from beginning to end. And when our character comes home and he sees his wife just sitting up in the dark, a little weird, the audience is already picking up on that, thinking something's off here. And when the character then goes into the kitchen to get a snack, we now think, what is she gonna do? And when he goes to close the fridge, we think she's gonna pop up, but she doesn't. And that's one of the best ways to build suspense, is really try to draw it out, really extend it as long as you can. So at this moment, I chose not to show her when everyone was expecting it, and it kind of helped grow the suspense even more because the payoff kind of relieves you from the suspense. But when you don't have that payoff and you keep extending it, the suspense gets higher and higher and higher. And then he gets back into the room and she's not in bed anymore. And that's when the character and the audience is now, oh no, where'd she go? Now the character and the audience are actively thinking, is she in the bathroom? Is she behind this door? Where did she go? And that's when you've pulled an audience in, and they are now on the same roller coaster that the character is in. Because in the beginning I showed his wife acting odd and weird, that kind of started the suspense. Now, if she was just sleeping and he went into the kitchen and came back, that trip to the kitchen wouldn't have been that suspenseful because nothing indicated that something is wrong or something is going to happen. Another example is this scene from Charles. Michael is holding the door shut as Chucky is hammering through the door. He hammers a hole into the door and then it goes quiet. Michael and the audience recognizes this, so Michael goes to look through the door to see where he is. And because I chose to not show the other side of the door, to only stay on the side with Michael, we now don't know where he is either. So withholding that information from the audience by not shooting on the other side of the door and only staying on Michael's side made it much more suspenseful. And that is one of the most important parts of suspense, is withholding information but giving the audience enough information, if that makes sense. You don't want to tell them everything because then they're going to figure everything out and there's going to be no reason to be in suspense. Suspense is because of the unknown of what's going to happen. That's what causes suspense. So because we don't know where Chucky is and neither does Michael, we are now in his shoes, in his mindset. We are wondering where he is. We're looking around. We're thinking, is he in the room? Did he run? Is he hiding? And we draw it out over a few shots, over a few seconds, and it's just quiet. And that's when you hold your breath thinking something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. And then when it finally happens, it's the payoff, it's the relief, it's the jump, it's whatever. Like I said before, the best way to create suspense is to withhold enough information from the audience for them to have to use their imagination to kind of guess or figure out what's gonna happen next, and then just to sit and watch it play out. That's everything I have on suspense for this video. If you want to learn more about suspense, I recommend checking out Alfred Hitchcock and him talking about suspense, because he is one of the masters of suspense. Also, thank you to Louis for the suggestion of the video. I hope you learned something, Louis. Comment if you actually found this video helpful. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.